We live in a society where we have self-hatred for one another. Anybody can come from any country, Togo, anywhere, to this country and make it, and we'll celebrate him. But let a Ghanaian try to make it, come after you. They'll pull you down. Where do you think you are going? We'll all belong here. Sit here, please. Don't try and do anything. I've traveled. I've seen Ghanaians all over the world. I was in Singapore many years ago, and I went to a house of a Ghanaian, a professor, and he lived in a very beautiful, nice community. He was the only Ghanaian or black person or an African who lived in that area. And I said to him, this is a very nice area. Do you have anybody from Africa? He said, no, I don't, and I'm not going to help anybody from Africa here. And I said, what's your problem? He said, Papa, if anybody, especially a Ghanaian, gets to see where I'm staying and the privileges I have, I'll lose my job. I was in Boston, and I prayed for people who were looking for jobs. And after the service, the guy who drove me around worked with this multinational company. And I said to him, sir, can you find a job for some of these brothers and sisters? He said, Papa, no. I said, what do you mean by no? You're selfish. He said, Papa, you don't understand. I tried to get jobs for some of my Ghanaians to help them out. And I showed them ways and means how to rise in the company. And they went to report me to the authority, undermine me, and I almost lost my job. So I've decided that when I see a Ghanaian, I will give them money, but I won't show them the way, because they will find ways to bring me down. Turn to somebody and say, why are you like that? You, why are you like that? Why are you like that? Yeah. You may not realize it, but that is the problem in this society. That we fight our own. Somebody can come from any of the countries around us here, and we'll celebrate them and make them heroes, and we fight our own. We oppose our own. We have self-hatred. We bring down our own. Why are we like that? Something is wrong. I'm praying for the rising up of a generation that will break that mentality, break that vicious cycle in our politics, in our churches, at the marketplace, that there will come a new generation of leaders and men and women in this country, in our society, that believes in one another and celebrates one another. Come on, somebody. Until we have a national agenda as a nation, we're not going anywhere. We have to be very deliberate about it. And I've said it over and over again. And I pray that a generation will rise up and hear me. That this country and the nations of Africa, we need a national agenda that all parties and stakeholders are committed to for at least 30 years. That any party that comes into office follows that national agenda, uses the resources, skill, and everything we have as a nation to push that national agenda for 30 years. Then after that, we can be campaigning and doing all the crazy stuff we are doing. But until then, there will be no continuity. Until then, every party that comes into office will set aside what their predecessors did before they came. They'll destroy it to also prove a point that they are better than their predecessors. And then those in opposition will undermine, sabotage you until you leave office and they come. And it's to be a vicious cycle. We'll be spending tax people's money, resources, energy, time, and everything to be fighting one another. And the nation will not go anywhere. I was just in Dubai. Came back yesterday. There are 6-7 lines everywhere in the city. And a man rose up under 50 years ago who was a visionary and a selfless leader. That I want to make this desert a place that the nations can come here, spend their money, bring their money here, a tax-free place to invite the world to come here. I'm told that Dubai airport right now is the most busiest airport in the world than Heathrow. We never saw police anywhere. My wife was asking me, where are the police? There's no police, but the police are there. But you don't see them. It's a law-abiding society. It's a compliance-driven society. Nobody will arrest you. When you break the law, you report. You arrest yourself. Yeah, you arrest yourself. They will send you ticket. You pay for this. Everything has consequence. You break this law, you pay. You do this, you pay. So when you steal, you arrest yourself. The society is so programmed in a way that nobody steals, nobody touches anything. The whole place is clean. Everywhere is clean, neat. Under 50 years, one man, a visionary, rose up one day and said, I have a dream. I have a dream to turn the desert into a 21st century city and community where the nations will come to us. Oh, that God will give us selfless leaders, visionary leaders who love country enough to do something for country in their lifetime, that they will be remembered by history and posterity as leaders that came into office and were game changers, change a culture, change a community, and raise up men and women with paradigm shift mentality.